Now we're also getting information about helicopters being used to evacuate the ministers and their families. So why is it that while Nepal is burning, so many youth are talking about economy, the ministers of this government and the now ex-prime minister seem to be fleeing? What exactly was the government doing?
So, security personnel have their, duty to protect the life of not even ministers only, the entire public. But since the vandalism, everywhere there is vandalism, the people's anger may manifest in some other way also. So taking the precautions, naturally security personnel, the army or the police have to take measures. That's why they have evacuated the ministers and the former prime ministers and some other, high-profile dignitaries to the safer place.
So if I may ask you to put on your journalist hat for a moment, how are you seeing these protests? What led to these protests? Because they've been talking about economy, they've been talking about lack of opportunities, they've been talking about how there is nepotism. In fact, some of the social media posts by the protesters which are being circulated are talking about how the children of political leaders are being educated abroad, are earning abroad, but the children in Nepal, the youth in Nepal do not have employment opportunities. How are you seeing this entire situation that has now blown up so badly?
If you talk about the post-republic, movement that took place in 2006 and 2007.
So now we're in 2025. It's been 15 years
true.
since then.
So the thing is that we have we held only 2 elections in under this constitution. You see, Federal Republic, Democratic Republic, constitution. We have only 2 elections, just 2.5 years back, and then naturally people have got opportunity to change the government in every 5 years. So my perception is that let the system run, let the democracy get strengthened gradually, and if you have any person whom you don't like, you still have 5 years, next election, right to throw them out. So that is the point. My concern is that.
Sir, but now there is a regime change clearly, as the Prime Minister has quit. Several of his ministers have also resigned. Where do you see this going now? The army has been asked to step in. Are you likely to see a military rule in Nepal for a while, or is there opportunity for some change in the government, some rule by the elected representatives? Because clearly the people are not happy even with the parliament as it is running.
We have a very proud history of having army who have never been biased to any particular institution. When king was overthrown, they accepted the people's mandate. And this time also, of course, army has got role in case of emergency. The country is the situation like now. So I see the less possibility of having a military rule in Nepal, because we are a very democratic country. Our every generation, Generation Z, they have been brought in democratic culture, democratic sacrament. So I see less possibility of army take over the regime, but definitely there will be crucial role of all political parties.
So what role will your political party be taking, considering you're already part of the government, you're one of the largest parties?
We have the coalition government, as you see that. We don't have majority. Had we got majority in the last election, naturally the situation would have something, much better, naturally. But since we are a coalition partner, the parliament is hung and we have coalition government, and none of the parties have majority in the parliament, and they are not even closer to majority. Just almost all of them have very 30%, 40% seats in the parliament.
So
and
are you saying that this hung parliament is why the economy is not in a good place?
Of course, this is one of the reasons, because single party could not, carry their, economic agenda while in government. So naturally, you have to compromise. So does our party have done. So our party also had to compromise with the leftist force, with the UML, which Prime Minister Oli is leading. So in this situation, you can't just say a particular party will have like particular agenda to carry on. So in this situation, we have to compromise somewhere, and economic is suffering.
So where are you seeing this compromise? How are you seeing this compromise playing out? Because right now, from what we can see sitting here in India, it seems that the compromise and economic policy has not played out very well, because your youth are on the streets. They've set fire to the parliament. They have attacked even the Supreme Court, is just the latest information that's come in. They have been attacking your party offices. They've been attacking the Prime Minister and President's residences. Where have you gone wrong? That is my question. Can you analyze that? Where has the government gone wrong here? Because the Gen Z, as is on the street saying, our economy is a mess. We do not have employment. Our education is being affected. This government is doing nothing but corruption.
So, see, when you say that, like, there is a less opportunity of, for the employment, Gen Z had one tool in their hand. Like, everyone was making some pocket money or some, earnings through, like, social media. So, what this government made, a blunder is, like, it stopped the social media. It banned the social media, from which they were making their living happily and some pocket money. So, that angered the most. And then comes the secondary thing, like the corruption, the slow economy, and irregularities, etc. But my point of view is, like, when the Prime Minister took the decision, or the government took the decision to ban on the social media, through which they were making some money, and that was a blunder this government made.
All right, so the Prime Minister has now resigned, saying that because of the current situation, to ensure that the situation can be brought back under control, I am resigning. How do you see this letter by the Prime Minister as he is resigned? Do you see any changes happening? Do you think that Prime Minister, by resigning, can calm down the anger of the people?
The Prime Minister has mentioned that he has resigned to give some outlet of this anger. So, which he has done, the right, I believe. But the thing is that you have to find the solution from this among these political parties only, because it should not go beyond the capacity of beyond the limit of the political parties, political system. So I'm sure, like, all political parties will sit together, and then they will find some solution.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jha, for speaking to us and giving us the perspective of what is happening in politics. Rohit has